You know how we've all been told that the secret to really learning something is just more? More hours, more grinding, more nonstop effort? But what if I told you that's pretty much the worst advice you could get? In this explainer, we're going to flip that idea on its head and show you why the real key to learning isn't powering through, but actually strategically powering down.
I mean, does this look familiar? That feeling of pressure to stay glued to your chair for hours on end, telling yourself you can't get up until the task is done. It's the classic picture of dedication, right? We've all been there, thinking that just putting in the time is what counts.
So here's the fundamental difference. The old way, that non-stop effort, it just leads to diminishing returns. You hit a wall. Why? Because you're literally fighting against your brain's natural rhythm. The smart way, what we're talking about, is using strategic breaks. It's about getting more efficient by working with your brain, not against it.
So first, let's really dig into that old way of learning. Let's get to the bottom of why that whole powering through mantra is actually one of the most inefficient things you can possibly do.
Look, finishing what you start is obviously important. Nobody's arguing with that. But what is the point if, after that first hour, your brain has totally checked out? You're physically there, sure, but you're just staring at the page and not actually absorbing a single thing. That's not learning, that's just occupancy.
And this brings us to the really cool part. Why exactly does your brain need these bricks? This isn't about being lazy or unfocused. It's all about the science of how we pay attention and how this incredible, powerful thing, our subconscious, actually does a lot of the heavy lifting for us.
Okay, get this. Your brain's actual, natural attention span for focused, intense learning is only about 15 to 20 minutes. That's it. After that point, your ability to soak up new information just takes a nosedive. Trying to push past that is like trying to pour more water into a glass that's already full. It just spills everywhere.
And here's where the magic happens. The second you step away, your conscious mind gets to take a little breather. But your subconscious? It's just getting started. It's like this super powerful computer running in the background, and it kicks into gear the moment you pause.
So that break you're taking, it's not wasted time. It's an absolutely crucial part of the learning process. While you're off getting a drink of water or just staring out the window, that subconscious engine is hard at work, organizing all the new information, trying to connect it to things you already know, and basically filing it away properly.
Now, let's talk about one of the most effective and maybe surprising break strategies out there. We're talking about the incredible, scientifically proven power of a quick nap.
But the duration is key. The sweet spot is about 20 minutes. That's the perfect amount of time to reset your brain's circuits. If you go much longer, you risk waking up in that dizzy, confused fog, which totally defeats the purpose. So yeah, 20 minutes. That's the magic number. And the payoff for this is just astounding. Seriously. Studies show that a short 20-minute nap can boost your memory of what you just studied by up to 30%. That is a huge leap in efficiency. It's not a small trick, it's a massive advantage, and it is a scientific fact.
Okay, so now we know why breaks work. It's time to get practical. Let's get into your actionable toolkit. Some really clear, simple strategies you can start using like today.
First up is one of the easiest and smartest habits you can build. It's called the 20-20-20 rule. It works perfectly with your brain's natural attention span. Every 20 minutes of work, you take a quick 20-second break and just look at something about 20 feet away. It's a tiny action that completely resets your focus. Now, what about those longer sessions? For those, you need a bit more structure. The idea is to work in focused bursts of maybe 50 to 60 minutes max, and then you take a real, proper break. The most important thing is that the break has to be totally unrelated to your work. Go for a walk, grab a snack, listen to some music, anything to let your brain fully switch gears.
So let's bring this all home and boil it down to one single new rule. This is a complete mindset shift. It's time to stop working based on what the clock says and start listening to what your brain is telling you.
So, when should you take that break? It's simple. Your brain will tell you. When you start feeling tired, when you feel bored, when you notice your concentration slipping, when you just lose interest. These aren't signs of failure. They're just signals, notifications from your brain that it's time to pause and let it do its background work.
So here's the final thought I want to leave you with. What if we stop seeing breaks as wasted time or as a guilty pleasure? What if we start seeing them for what they really are? One of the most powerful and productive learning tools we have. So, are you ready to make your downtime your most productive time?